Well, welcome. Oh, hey, you didn't turn the volume down there yet. Volume's still turned.
Yeah, how far do you turn it up?
About 10 o'clock. Good morning, folks. For those of you who braved our frigid weather this morning, welcome to all of you, and you're welcome to join us, of course, for our first song, Divine Spirit in Me.
In you.
One presence, one power, divine spirit in me. One presence, one power, divine spirit in me. Thought to prayer, prayer to action, divine purpose, divine attraction. One presence, one power, divine spirit in me. One presence, one power, divine spirit in me. Thought to prayer, prayer to action, divine purpose, divine attraction. One presence, one power, divine spirit in me. One presence, one power, divine spirit in me.
Good morning, you brave souls, and all those that are with us electronically as we celebrate, get ever closer to the special Christmas event, Christmas Day. Today, we're going to celebrate the Advent candle symbolizing love. And in many ways, I would say, really, that's really what the Christ experience is all about. It's all about love. Love showing up in its most pristine and most powerful way. And however, I think the challenge for all of us is not to make love just simply an occasional event, if you will, but one that can be the basis of everything in life. And probably like yourself, and certainly for myself, that's not always easy. You know, the famous Unity saying is that we are spirit beings having a human experience. Too often the human experience rules the day, I think, for all of us at times. And so the challenge is, how can we deepen that Christ presence, that love presence within us constantly? And Christmas is just a very powerful reminder of doing that. But it shouldn't be, of course, limited to Christmas. It should be something that we carry with us all the time. So in that vein, and I was taking off of what Marylou has entitled her talk today as God so loved the world that he created you, me, us. I think that's beautiful, a beautiful way of expressing the essence of this season, but of all time too, not just this season. And so in that vein, I'm going to suggest two things. One is something that you can do physically, and that is to take your right hand and put it on your heart, and take your left hand and put it in a hug of yourself. And this is a way of engaging the love sense within yourself, about yourself, that God so loved the world that he gave us, you, and us, all of us. Think of that for a moment as you hug yourself with your heart. And now that you have done that, I invite you to one more way of accessing an awareness that needs to be the way we live life. In a way of putting it physically, I'd say The physical is here and the spiritual is here for most of us most of the time. That the physical manifestation of our lives is much more front and center. What if we reverse it? What if it was this way? What if the spirit is front and center and the human, yes, it's still very much there, but it's filtered through the spirit, the love that we are. And so in that vein, I invite you to close your eyes if you wish and notice in your breath easily in and out, in and out, in and out. And take that awareness that is probably located right now in your head, as it almost always is, and take it down into your heart, so that your heart is the seat of awareness. It's the seat of all that you sense, all that you are aware of, all that you're thinking, all that you're believing. It's coming from your heart, and your heart knows the truth. Centered in that beautiful truth organ, feel the radiation of love throughout every cell, every fiber of your being. And going from your body out into the external, so that you're radiating love itself, truth itself, all known as the Christ. Feel that wonderful sense of being centered in love, the joy, the bliss, the awesomeness. This is our home. This is where we really belong. And we celebrate that in Christmas, but we can be that way all the time. Knowing that, and knowing that you can live from your heart, not just your mind, and all that you need to know can come from your mind to your heart. Take another deep breath and bring yourself back. Welcome to not just Christmas, but to life. Life in the heart. And now let us share our vision together. A spiritually awakened world united in love, empowered in truth, and alive with infinite possibilities. And we share our mission together in love, awakening divine potential in all through love, learning, prayer, and positive living. And we share our values: acceptance, compassion, connection, diversity, love, peace, prosperity, and spiritual growth. And we celebrate our children with this affirmation together: Unity of Appleton sees the divinity in all children and nurtures their unfolding spirituality. And the 5 principles, and I think we're on the 5th one, I believe. And so let's say number 5 together. I do and give my best by living the truth that I know. I make a difference from love, from your heart. And so we read from the daily word today, which is on love, and I'll be celebrating and lighting the love candle in just a moment. Love. I give and receive love with gratitude and joy. This Advent season, I turn my attention to the myriad ways love expresses within and all around me. I feel called to share blessings of love with people in all circumstances and receive their blessings of love in kind. I may join in festive celebrations, sharing cheer and fellowship with friends and colleagues. I practice patience and understanding, especially during moments of frustration as I go about my Christmas preparations. I feel compassion for those who struggle during the holidays and reach out to them with support and caring. These are some of the ways I show love to others. When I receive their time, attention, and gifts with gratitude, I am letting them show their love to me. And from John, the Gospel of John, I give you a new commandment, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also should love one another. And with that in mind, let us celebrate together by lighting the love candle. And so we celebrate love as who we are.
As I wait for Christmas, I turn within and find peace beyond all knowing. When I but still my mind, I turn within. I turn within. That place within my soul, that place of love where I am home, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity. As I wait for Christmas, I feel a sense of awe. I'm no longer separate, for love has joined us all. I turn within. I turn within. I touch that place within my soul, that place of love where I am home, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity. As I wait for Christmas, a smile comes from within, joy that's deep and sacred has filled me once again. I turn within. I turn within. I touch that place within my soul, that place of love where I am home, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity.
So this morning, we get to welcome our minister of record, Reverend Marylou Palmer Cardoza, again, the lady with the fabulous name. I always have to say that every single time. And just as Bedford said this morning, she brings to us a message of love and how God loved us so much that we got all of us. So I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to that. So please welcome Reverend Marylou this morning.
Funky glasses.
Lovely glasses.
Good morning, beautiful people. It's a beautiful day in my consciousness, and I hope it is in yours as well. Today's daily word about giving and receiving love is a powerful framing of what love does. But my affirmation is that I don't do the what of love. I embody love. God created us out of God's self. The Course in Miracles says, what I am in truth is God's will extended. God's will extended. And the truth of who I am is in alignment with God's will. It's not this idea of physicality that we find ourselves in. In fact, that's pretty much a severe degree of separation from God when we think of ourselves as body. Because God, that universal life force energy that is within and without always, is more than a body. It is all substance. It is the very ethereal energy, the vibration, the molecules that make up this physical expression. And so I am what God created after God's image and in God's likeness. Now, I have to tell you, I do not think that God is a big guy upstairs with gray hair and a big Panama cigar. I used to think that God really looked like a Mark Twain kind of guy. But I don't really think of that anymore as God, because that's not the essence of who I am. I am God's will made after the image and likeness. That means that I am a creator, a creative experience and expression of all that is happening in this now moment. Pretty big stuff. Now, the rest of that Course in Miracles quote is, what I am in truth is God's will extended and extending. That my job is to extend God's energy into this place and time and every situation that I find myself in every expression of not my body, but of my mind. So the scripture that this daily word was based on is love one another as I have loved you. And I've kind of gotten tripped up on that more than once. I kept going, well, am I supposed to heal the sick and raise the dead? I don't think so. Now, some miracles I might be able to do. I have been known to walk on water, but not really. The truth of the matter is that it's not the what that I'm to do. I'm not to walk barefoot and be an itinerant. Oh, yeah, I was an itinerant minister. Oh, yeah, well, I did that too. But I'm not to do the what. I'm to do the how. I am there. I am here to extend God's will by the how that I do. And that how is part of it in giving and receiving. But even everybody here understands that what you give is what you're going to get. We try to con ourselves into thinking that, oh, well, we can get up on other people and, they can end up owing me more than I owe them. But how often and how long does that work, really? Not very long and not very often and not very good. And so no one's really above that law. Instead, my task is to be born from above, from beyond this physical realm, to capture this spiritual vision of love. So I put on my love glasses today because it is my spiritual vision that sees with the eyes of love. It is not a way of feeling, but a way of being, that I have the opportunity to choose again and again and again until it becomes the very nature of who I am. So, what is this spiritual vision that we're talking about? Jesus, through the eons, have described it as the kingdom of heaven. Living in the kingdom of heaven while still on the earth plane. It is the ability to demonstrate love in all circumstances, in every case, in every situation. It's holding that consciousness of love. And I fall short of that so much because I'm awake to it. I'm not necessarily aware of it, but I am awake to the game. And that helps me to be more effective in that. But what does love do? What does love see? Well, first of all, it doesn't see any separation. One of the voice prints of Jesus in the New Testament, that which we can see is truly from above, is when Jesus talks about God the Father, his Papa, Abba, and called it, I am, as God created me, I am the Son of God. He claimed that self-definition. And he said, you have seen me, all things, I can do this, I really can do this. It is about changing that frame of reference so that we see as Jesus saw. He said, I am in the Father, and I am one with you. The Father and I are one, and I am one with you. And so he's talking about that sense of oneness, that there is no separation. It's not Marylou over here and Cindy over there and Bedford over there or Jodi over here and Jay over there. It's not. It is an energy called the Christ consciousness that is embodied in different ways, different shapes, different sizes, different hair colors, all of it. But that's just on the physical level. When we're born from above, we see things differently. So first thing that we can tell when Jesus, the Christ, is talking about, he talks about a level of no separation. He also says no sin. He never held anybody's current condition against them. He never said to the guy who was trying to get into the water, well, and when the water was troubled so that he could be healed, he didn't say, well, you stupid jerk, you don't know how to do nothing. No, he didn't say that. He said, look to me and I will give you a living water that you can have and hold and be like me and be transformed. He gave his blessing on everyone. He didn't say, well, if you do it the way I want you to do it, I'll bless you. Or, don't get me started. He said, I will love you and care for you and celebrate you. that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. It doesn't matter, because it is only oneness that makes the difference. So the first thing that the spiritual vision sees is no separation. The second is no guilt from the past. There's no separation. There's no sin. There is no guilt. There is only the present opportunity to live love and choose once again. You see, what happens when I am seeing separation, I can't know oneness. When I'm seeing sin, I can't see and experience wholeness. When I see guilt, I can't experience forgiveness. Every aspect of that is a formula for us learning how to see with love. Now, the challenge is, oftentimes, I don't see it that way. I don't see it as love. I see it as a fragment. I see it as dis-ease and disassociation and disidentification. I see the dismemberment of the consciousness. And it's fracturing even more with every day that goes past. And so our challenge in the midst of this experience is not to stick our head in the sand and say, oh, God will handle it, I don't have to worry. No, I'm the one that created all of this. You see, I am responsible for what I see. Those feelings, my internal guidance system, which tells me when I'm off course and not in alignment with God, those feelings are based on a goal that I would achieve. And everything that happens to me at the ultimate level, I've asked for and received as I have asked. Because I go looking for love in all the wrong places. I go looking for error instead of truth. I go looking for ways that people don't do it right instead of seeing how they do it right. That's the truth. Because I am God's will extended and extending. And when I see something that's less than wonderful, less than perfect, less than holy, less than joyful, less than that, it's my problem, because it's my goal that I have. And I can change the goal, which is to be the love in the midst of all of these situations. And boy, are we on a learning curve, a trajectory that will transform the planet. And the reason I know that is that this dis-ease, this disconnection, this sense of separation is fracturing us. And some of us are still in the blame game of other people, not recognizing I'm the one that has to take responsibility and that I get to do things differently. I get to give what I would receive. I get to give the joy that I want to have. I get to give the love. I get to give the caring. I get to give the compassion. I get to set a standard of what I want and give from that standard. I get to give as I would receive. And I do it to the least of these, not to the highest and best. It's what I do to that which is seeming the most separate from me. Our challenge is to love in that situation, to see the love, to be that presence and that power and that energy of the divine. And so I'm going to ask for my clicker to turn to the next page on the PowerPoint or whatever it is. so that you can see my holiday spirit list. So, is it up on the board now? So that first one is choose presence, not over present. Choose presence, to embody that sense of love. Choose the presence of love if that's what you want to receive, because you can't receive what you're not willing to give, because you just have the wrong set of glasses on. You've got the wrong goal in mind. The second step of this holiday spirit list is to wrap others in kindness. This week I went out and I had been going through our clothes and doing things, and I had been trying to get back to the little Unity church I go to here in the mountains, and to make sure that I could get my things that I no longer needed but still were warm and functional and clean and perfectly good, except that they were 2 sizes too big for me. I was trying to get there so I could give it away and be part of the positive pathways that the program that we've been working with. And finally, I just gave up. I had been moving those bags of clothes around. I needed to just let them go. And so there's a thrift store in town called Reach, R-E-A-C-H. And it is for, it benefits those people who've been caught up in physical and emotional abuse. And so I finally got them all in my car and dropped them off. And it felt so good just to know that that act of kindness, of making sure that they had enough stuff to share and to spare, that I felt that kindness. And that's what happens when you wrap things in kindness. And the next step of this spirit list is to send love far and wide. I can't help what's going on in Gaza or in Jerusalem or in Bethlehem today, but I can send them love. And what does that mean? I can either express love, or when I have my spiritual vision on, I can see a less than loving experience and expression going on. So what is it that is called for? It's actually a call for help. It's a call for love. It's a call for compassion. It's a call for generosity of spirit. And so I can send love by the frame that I'm looking through, because what I'm looking through, I'm seeing with. And so when I see the dis-ease and the discomfort and the chaos and the confusion, I can see it not as mayhem and chaos and pain and just desserts for what they've been doing. No, I can instead recognize that this is a call for love, a call for compassion, a call for caring, a call for wisdom, a call for forgiveness. And that's how I can send love far and wide. The next is to give from the heart and not the ego. Give from my sense of connection. Give from my sense of joy. Give from my sense of love. Not what the ego thinks needs to happen, but give not so that I can get a certain outcome, but give from that heart that knows no separation. Give as the beloved of God. The next point in this spirit list is to treasure the moments. It's not about the hustle and the bustle. It's about the moments when we see and experience life and love and joy, and treasure those moments. It is about us choosing one more time to live the love that we are. And the last point of this holiday spirit list is to be that light and look for the light of others instead of looking at the lampshades, whatever covering they've got going on top of their light. It's looking past the lampshades, the containers, the activities. It's looking for that light. Because when I am filled with light, it's like a light that's put on the top of a hill, and it calls more light to shine. It awakens that light within others. You see, God loved this world so much that he gave you. You are that light in your world. You are that embodiment of love in your world. And that's how love expands and extends through the work that we do. That when our focus starts looking on the chaos and the confusion, that we take a moment and step back and say, my goal here is to be the love, not to be the accountant. My goal here is to be the love, not the diagnoser of the problem. My goal here is to share my light and not my complaints. Because those complaints, that confusion, that disorder hides the light in me. And my task is to be the love of God, to be as God created us. Each of us, individually and collectively, we are the sons and daughters of a living God, an experience and an expression of God's will for good on this planet. And so, as we take that message in, I want to invite you to prepare for meditation. And breathe into this moment. Relax, soften. Breathe into this light. And listen. Perhaps you'll catch a hint of an ancient state, not quite forgotten, dim perhaps, but not altogether unfamiliar. It's like a song whose name is long forgotten. The circumstances in which you heard the song, completely unremembered. Not the whole song has stayed with you, but just a bit, a wisp of the melody, attached to not a person or a place or anything in particular, but when you remember from just this few notes, you remember how lovely the song was, how wonderful the setting was when you heard it, and how much love was there and listened with you. In this moment, see this light, feel this love. And say, Father, Mother, I am as you created me, whole and holy. I am your beloved, whom you smile and love and tenderness so dear, so deep, so still. And the universe smiles back on you and shares your holiness. How pure, how safe, how holy, then are we, abiding in your smile. With all your love bestowed on us, living one with you in brotherhood, in sisterhood, and fatherhood complete, in the sinless so perfect that the Lord of sinlessness conceived us as an extension of God's will, a universe of thought completing the beloved as beloved, as the loving. So in the stillness of this moment, let us remember let us remember our goal, our mission, our function is unified as the love of God in this place, in this time. Breathing that in, breathing that out. We allow it to be, and so it is. Amen. I now turn the service back over to Bedford to continue our time of prayer.
So let us take all these beautiful thoughts and feelings and sensations into our hearts in a prayer, that we affirm that we are the presence of love itself, bestowed upon us by the divine of which we are. That is who we are. And we share this as abundant love, of eternal love, of unconditional and forever love, into the light that shines from within to light the whole world through us in all that we do and say and feel, for we are one with everything. And so it is. Amen. Now we move from prayer to our affirmation of prosperity. This is the time when those of us who feel Unity of Appleton is our spiritual home practice putting spirit first in our financial life. This practice prospers the spiritual community we love and supports our own spiritual growth and prosperity. Please give whatever amount Spirit guides you to give, whether it is in person or electronically. Whatever that amount is, take that gift into your heart and bless it with your love. Feel free to bless the plate as it passes by. Let yourself feel grateful to God in you as your one source. Then please join in our affirmation of prosperity. Together, Unity of Appleton is alive with the energy of spirit in the flow of divine abundance and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And we join together in the celebration of giving and receiving. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love, and I trust God as my source.
Love came down at Christmas. Love so lovely, love divine. Love was born at Christmas. Stars and angels gave the sign. Love shall be our token. Love be yours and love be mine. God's love makes us all one. Love as light and gift and sign. Love is hearts when broken. Love and light are always mine. Love lifts up all our hearts when Christmas fills our soul divine.
We pause, once again being mindful that we are the love that we celebrated this Christmas time. We are filled with that love. It is who we are, and it's from that abundance that we give and make a big, big difference and see all as one. And these are our financial gifts, our instruments in making that so. And so it is. Amen. And now, time for announcements. The mantra for the solstice is this Saturday. Kirtan is a call and response chant that helps bring you to a joyful, meditative state. It is our vision that Kirtan, with love, light, and harmony, fosters universal community, opening a space to recognize and remember that we are all connected on a vibrational level. This practice will be this Saturday, December 20th, and will center around the energies of the solstice and the full moon. Join us from 3 to 5 for tea and kirtan. A $15 donation is cheerfully requested, but no one is turned away if unable to pay. Come chant with us. The Oshkosh Chamber Singers, a festival of 9 lessons and carols. The Oshkosh Chamber singers join the members of the community in song and scripture to reflect on the Christmas story this Saturday with 2 performances at 2 and 5. Tickets are $20 at the door. Come celebrate the miracle of the season in Oshkosh historic Trinity Episcopal Church. This will mark the 35th consecutive observation of the Oshkosh Chamber Singers tradition. And ongoing discussions at Unity of Appleton has been going on for some time. We have a Monday book, You Are the Happiness You Seek, meeting upstairs from 6 to 7. Happier Than God. The last meeting will be this Friday from 1 to 2:30. And the Sundays, and will be today from 11:30 to 12:30, about Christmas, with Love at Christmas. The Christmas Eve service, always a very special occasion for us here in Unity, will be held Wednesday, December 24th at 6:30 p.m. Join us for a celebration of the birth of the Christ Spirit in all of us, with lots of music, messages, meditation, and meaning. And Cindy was describing some of the special events. We won't get into it. You'll get to be a big surprise. It's wonderful, I can assure you. And meet our tenants at their massage open house today from 1 to 4. And I'll just let you read each one. But each one's a very special person in occupying their offices upstairs and are serving the community, and they're serving us by being present.
Bedford, can I add a little bit to that?
Please do.
If you would read the last paragraph that says join us.
Sure. Join us for free mini consults with our licensed therapist. In-depth information on each massage style. Chair massage, available throughout the event. Exclusive event-only package deals. Fun giveaways and wellness prizes. Something you can't refuse.
And treats. There will be treats.
Oh, and treats, okay. So let us join together the prayer for protection. For those of you who are able to, stand up, please. And let us say the prayer for protection.
Here we go.
The light of
God
God
surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about the shining light, it's very bright. I think about the soul you are, your love and light, so happy together. If I should see you there or where, and you say you're a part of me, and ease my mind, imagine how the world would be, so very fine, so happy together. I can see you loving the soul that is you for all of time. When you share your love and the skies will be blue for all of time. Me and you in unity, no matter how we share our love, it's meant to be. The loving day is me for you and you for me, so happy together. I can see you loving the soul that is you for all of time. When you share your love and the skies will be blue for all of time. In unity, no matter how we share our love, it's meant to be. The loving day is me for you and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. So happy together.